Well, good morning, everyone. She's a little frosty out here this morning. Did some choring already. Bulls are gonna need some feed today, but Little Red there, he don't want to start because he wasn't plugged in. I swear to God, that thing is, he's an Australian tractor. He's not a Canadian tractor. This guy started, and we got him moved from in front of the shop over to here. So I don't need to use him today. So we'll kill him. But this guy's got the cold weather package on him with glow plugs and block heaters. So he actually starts pretty goddamn good when it's cold. But Little Red over there, he's got a circulating heater on him and a transmission heater. So theoretically, yes, he does have a cold weather pack on him too, but he still don't like to start in the winter if he's not plugged in. And maybe I will show you guys how we do that. Get all those twines out of there. It's a job that nobody particularly likes doing, but needs to be done every now and again, right? In here, I got me a fire going this morning. Not that it's overly cold, but what we're working at doing is melting all this ice out of here. You can see that. It's melting pretty good though. Look at the water down on the floor. Just about got her all melted off, so that way once it's good and dry we can package it up and put it away the way it's supposed to be put away. So yeah, it's obviously warm enough in here that look at that, the ice is melting and running off the roof, so, and off the far side. So the old wood heater, he does work, right? And I don't know, we're 6-8 feet away from the heat, from where it's blowing the warm air out. But can't do any welding in here really until I get this sucker out of the way. And this other corral panel. For anybody wondering, I'll show you right now. So like I said before, these are 24 feet long, right? Now I'll show you how tall they are from the floor to the very top edge. What? 4'1"? 4'1" and 3/8? That can't be right. Or a quarter, I mean. Something's wrong here. Put it on the floor. Don't be such a fool, Panna. Put it right to the floor. So there you go. We are to the very top rail. Basically straight across. 5 foot, 2 inches, and 5/8, basically. That's how tall it is. Right from the floor all the way to the top. Basically just about 5'3" tall. Now, yeah, my gap. Our gap here from there to there, well, you can see her, right? Inside measurement, 1 foot. Clean my magnet off. I really like this tape measure. Right on the end of there, there's a magnet. Just stick that sucker on there and away we go. So 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, and then to the bottom one on center, we're basically 3'11", but 4 foot to the bottom edge of that pipe down there. So our gap in between is 11 1/4 on the top one, and then 10 1/4, and 10 1/4, and then over this way, our gap in between, 9 1/2. So that works. Reasoning, it's one foot on center here. I could have made it so that it's a smaller gap in there by making this shorter, but I like the height, and not too many cows will try sticking their heads through that gap right there. At least the ones I've met haven't tried anything like that. And so this works. This works. I've had calves stick their heads through the bottom and sometimes try getting their heads in between rail number 2 from the bottom counting up. Rail number 2 and 3. I've had calves try sticking their heads in there. Sometimes they get them in, but it's big enough they can get them out too. So it works. A couple more minutes here and Little Red will start, and then I can pull this guy out and we'll start on another one. We'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty, well, the ice all finally melted off that hunting blind of the wife's. Fire's still going. Heater's still going. The fan on the backside is going, so we got some warm air coming out of here. Tractor finally started, so we were able to get that other corral panel out of here. And I was just about to start fitting up another corral panel, and the wife phoned me and said, "My truck is coming to the shop." She wants her Ford. The problem with her truck is actually circled, guys. There's a big circle around the problem with her truck. I've had a few of those trucks. Every one was a pain in the butt. Mind you, hers hasn't been that bad. But the problem is still circled. A circle fell off of her truck. So we gotta warm the steel up and get the son of a gun glued back on. So I guess it's gonna be a kind of sort of fixed job on a Ford. How's that sound? I just want to talk about Big Blue there for a minute, and then I'm going to talk about Little Red here, the McCormick. So actually, since I'm in the McCormick, we'll talk about the McCormick first. So the McCormick, I've had lots of people ask, how do I like this McCormick? Well, I bought this McCormick, oh boy, if I remember correctly, it was 2008. Okay? Now the McCormick don't like to start in the winter if he ain't plugged in. But, with that being said, we've got 8,955.5 hours on this tractor. It's an 03. It's a 2003 model. It's an MTX 110, which basically means it's 110 horsepower. It's built in Italy. And if you were to go and buy an MX, a Case MX, 110. They're virtually the exact same tractor. The only thing different in them is the engine. This one's got a Perkins diesel in it, and on the case they're running a Cummins in them. The inside of the cab, back you up a bit, even the inside of the cab is the same. This one's a 4 range, 1, 2, 3, 4 ranges, and then it's got your power shift on the side. Basically a 3-speed power shift, electric over hydraulic on the power shift. We haven't had any issues with the transmission on this tractor. The motor, typical, it's starting to drip a little bit of oil. We're gonna have to get in there and find out exactly where the oil drippage is coming from. Might have a little bit of blow-by on it. The tilt cylinders are getting weak. They need to be rebuilt. They're starting to bypass internally a little bit. But minor details. It's still picking bales and doing everything I need it to do. My biggest beef with this tractor, and it's not that it doesn't like to start when it's not plugged in. That has nothing to do with it. My biggest beef is right there. That friggin' PTO. Now, theoretically, it's like most PTOs that are reversible. You pull the snap ring, this comes out, flip it over, slide it in, and you got 1,000 PTO. Now, there's a pin on the inside that goes in the center of this damn thing. And then there's 2 other pins inside here that go on it also. But then when you take that and you want to flip it back to 540, there's 2 little 1/4-inch metal dowel pins that lock it into place on the inside. Those always seem to break when you flip it around, go back to 540. You can never get the sucker lined up. That's the problem I have with this tractor. The other problem we have with it, it's got a turn dial, electronic, over hydraulic, 3-point hitch to lift it up and down. And that thing is a pain in the ass. Those sensors get a little bit dirty, and then nothing friggin' works worth a shit. But other than that, I have to say, it's been a pretty darn good tractor. I really can't complain. Like, we've really, once I changed the friggin' PTO thing back here, it's been in the shop 3 times since 2008 when we bought this tractor. Now I just leave it so it's on 540 and I don't change it. Simple as that. Easy fix, right? Don't try running 1,000 PTO system on it. The rest of it's been a good tractor. I can't complain. For feeding, and with those big flotation type tires in the front end, like, it takes a lot to get this sucker stuck. I've only ever been stuck with it once where I couldn't get out myself. So now on to Big Blue. Big Blue is a 2010 T6050 Plus. He's 125 engine horsepower. He's, if I remember correctly, rated at somewhere right around 100 to 105 PTO. PTO is no issue. You flip them back and forth all the time. I bought this tractor 6 years ago. It was 6 years ago in basically December, beginning of December, 6 years ago is when we bought this tractor. With the loader, no grapple. When we bought it, the front tires were literally bald. We put the front tires on it after we got it home here. A year after we bought it, almost a year after we bought it, there's a steel, used to be steel, it's not steel anymore. I'll take it to the other side. There's now it used to be a steel hydraulic line that came off the back end, where your CV hookups are, where all these are, and this block, hydraulic block right here, and this line right here. It used to be a steel line, and it started leaking on us almost a year after we bought it. I think it was like beginning of November. So I went and I got it off, and that's when we found out that somebody had tried fixing it once before. They had brazed it and caused a whole bunch of problems. Well, their brazing didn't hold, and it blew out again, and I got a new line, but this time it's a rubber line, it's not a steel line, and we just put these elbows on it to fit in here, and then the other one is underneath the cab way back there. Kind of a pain in the ass to get to, but we were able to fix it ourselves. But when they brazed it, they dropped some little brazing pellets, hot pellets, got inside the system. So about 2.5 months later, so that happened I believe, if I remember correctly, in November, almost a year after we bought the tractor. And then that following February or March, the friggin' main hydraulic pump blew up in it. So basically the main hydraulic pump, you gotta split the tractor. And that pump runs all of your hydraulics on your back end and all the hydraulics for your front end loader and stuff. Okay, that was like 13.5 or 13.6, like 13,600 is what I'm talking, to fix that problem. And that was at Mazer Group. Back then it was called Marcusson. So we got it back and we got her all fixed up. And it was working really good for about 4 years. And then last year, boom, we had the transmission. We ended up rebuilding the transmission on the sucker. Well, that was basically $10,000. I've got a video out there on how much it actually cost in the breakdown. I think I even showed the bill for it. It was just shy of 10 grand for the rebuild, like 9,900. And that was a year ago in March. It'll be a year come March, actually. And now the charge pump, which is external, went. And you guys know the history on that. Charge pump, master cylinders for the brakes, power steering pump rebuild. So yeah, all of the repairs this year, like 13.5 or 13.6 for the main hydraulic pump. Basically $10,000 for the transmission a year ago. And now another $9,868 for the repairs that they just did on it again. So we're into this tractor now. In 6 years, we're into this tractor for 33 grand, just over $33,000. And how many hours are on it, you might ask? I've had a few guys ask. Let's go inside. I'll show you the exact number. Oh. There it is. 5,578. So 5,578. We bought the tractor with $38.98 for hours. So 3,800 hours were basically $38.98, basically 3,900 hours, and it's got 55 on it now. So we haven't even put 2,000 hours on it in the past 6 years. Previous owner was a town / RM of Melita, Manitoba. So there you guys go. What do you do? What do I do? Me and the wife have talked. We've decided that we're gonna keep it and see if we're gonna end up continuing with lots of pre-working field type work this fall, like fall of 21. We'll see. It's got to get us through this year, and we'll see about getting another tractor with a few more horses for pulling our disc and our cultivator and stuff like that. So anyways, you're leaving it in here, right? Yeah. You got to pull it ahead a little bit. So the problem with this thing, like I said before, was circled right here. It was circled, guys. Hell, even the circle fell off of it. That's good. Even the circle came off it, babe. So, yeah, we got to clean this all up. And she's got some special glue / tape for reattaching that emblem back on her truck. Anyway, that's it, guys. Hey, babe, this is the end of this.
End of it?
This is the end of it.
The day just started.
Maybe for you. It's friggin' what? 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
I was cleaning the inside of my truck. Something you should do to yours.
Something you should do is actually learn how to put wood in the box. She just begged me. That wasn't called for. Oh, she's a nasty woman. Who wants her?
Here.
Who wants her? I'll auction her off. What's the highest bid? Anyway, guys, we're gonna let you go. I'm gonna go to work here at helping CP with her truck. And comment, subscribe. Fun. What?
Do you want it read full?
No, I'll just go with that. Fun. Let's get her done, guys.
Have a good day. Bye.
Well, guys, there. How's that look? Looks a lot better. It's got the circle back on the problem. But there it is. And yeah, this is not a new truck by any means. It's a 2010 F-150 XTR 4x4. What can I say? It runs okay. It runs good enough. She likes it, and that's the main thing. That's all that matters. Is that CP likes the truck. So, got that part of it fixed. We still got the plastics on the bumper. The friggin' little plastic tabs that hold it into the metal part of the bumper broke out on the one side. So we need to get that part of it fixed up right here. See that? It's supposed to be in like that, but the friggin' metal tabs all kind of broke out. So that part of it we'll worry about fixing up in the spring. Anyway, good enough. Talk to you guys tomorrow.